Do you all remember in stream, probably 3 streams ago, when I told you all I made the assumption that there was going to be 36 Planeswalkers in War of the Spark because that's what Mark Rosewater said? Well, they announced today there will be 36 Planeswalkers in War of the Spark, and they even announced that each booster pack will contain a Planeswalker card. I'm going to read off to you all of the details that we have, and I'm going to go through them. So they did start with, did you see the War of the Spark teaser? It's great, right? With the rain and the somber music and all those candles. It was a pretty interesting trailer, I do have to say. Seeing the tower, seeing all the Planeswalker arts, you know, we didn't get to see them in high resolution, which you do in the article. It was really interesting. It did pique my curiosity. But they did announce, what's more, each of these 36 Planeswalkers will have a Planeswalker card in War of the Spark. But unfortunately, the Planeswalker arts with all of the stained glass versions will not be on the cards, which is really disappointing to me. That really disappoints me, because these artworks are very pretty. But they did announce that there will be 36 Planeswalkers in War of the Spark, and you'll have to wait for War of the Spark previews in April to see the new cards, but each booster pack will contain a Planeswalker, so you should have no trouble getting your hands on them when the set is released. So that is all of the information that we got. Let's dissect this a little bit. 36 Planeswalkers. That is an insane amount of Planeswalkers. I did think that they were going to do this because Mark Rosewater did hint at 36 Planeswalkers being in this set. Since this set is called War of the Spark, it doesn't particularly surprise me that we are going to be seeing this many Planeswalkers in it. It's not that surprising to me, honestly. What's interesting is that there's going to be one Planeswalker in each booster pack. Now, what they didn't specify, and that is a huge gap of information here, will each booster pack have one extra card in it that is the Planeswalker? Or are these Planeswalkers all going to be just randomized in the pack? Could you potentially get a pack with all different rarity Planeswalkers? Will these Planeswalkers be mythics, rares, uncommons? Will they go down to having common Planeswalkers? It does sound like that there is going to be, of course, mythic Planeswalkers, rare Planeswalkers, and I would assume uncommon Planeswalkers. I don't know particularly if they would go down and bring Planeswalkers to the common slot, but if there is 36 Planeswalkers, it wouldn't totally surprise me. There is a lot of information missing here, though. That is all the information that we know. They did release the higher resolution stained glass arts, but I'm really disappointed that these artworks are not going to actually be part of the set. Will they eventually, my question is, will they eventually release these arts as a special edition of something, like another Mythic Box edition of something with these stained glass artworks? Will these stained glass artworks potentially be promos in the future? There's a lot of questions. I just don't think that they would commission 36 artworks and not use any of them. But going through the Planeswalkers, I'm not going to show the images because there is a lot. You know, you have a lot of the normal ones that you'd expect. Every Planeswalker is here, and there are a couple of new ones that I don't recognize that aren't actually Planeswalkers in the lore yet, which is pretty interesting. Now, does this mean that... So story-wise, my question is, how did they get all 36 Planeswalkers onto this one plane? Or how are they all going to play a role in the story? Because having 36 Planeswalkers in a story, this story is going to be huge. I mean, if you have 36 different characters, it's so unbelievable to me that they would do this. They've lost their minds, in my opinion. Think about Standard for a second. Standard is going to change significantly. Now, there are always Planeswalkers that are bad, Planeswalkers that aren't as good, but imagine the potential that this is going to have on Standard. Super Friends is going to be huge. Are half of these going to be great and half are going to be duds? Are they really putting in the effort, card design-wise, and all of these Planeswalkers are going to be really good? There's a whole lot of questions that we don't know, but I will, update you guys with the more information that we get from this. I will be doing more in-depth videos, really dissecting how this is going to work in Standard, how this is going to affect prices of cards, how this is really going to affect the story. I will do more in-depth videos on this. I really wanted to just tell you guys the information, let you know my initial thoughts and my initial first reactions, but I will be doing more in-depth videos, really talking about how this is going to affect Standard and such. I do want your opinions, though. Your opinions on this matter so much to me. I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. It's a lot of speculation, but I thought that I would throw the speculation out there. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below of War of the Spark. But I will talk to you guys again in the next video really soon.